Today, on This is Macbeth, I'll be interviewing many lovely people. Previously.
Fly, but bear-like I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of a woman? Such one I am to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear.
No thought thou callest them thyself hotter than name any of hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a name more hateful to my ears.
No, nor more fearful.
Thy lie abort tyrant. With my sword I'll prove thy lies they speak. Jesus!
Thou wast born of a woman, but swords I smile at. Weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by man, that's of a woman born.
Yeah.
That way, the noise is. Tyrant, show thy face. If thou be slain with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched Caris, whose arms are hired to bear their saves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheath again, undeeded. There thou shouldst be. Let me find him, fortune, and more I beg not.
Way, my lord, the captain gently rendered. The tyrant people on both sides do fight. The noble fames do bravely and more, and little is to do. We have met with the foes that strike beside us. Enter, sir, the castle.
Why should I pay the Roman fool and die on my own sword? Whiles I see lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee, but get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my soul. Thou bloodier learn than terms can give thee out.
Thou losest labor as easy mayest thou than trenchant air, with thy keen sword impress, as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crest. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of a woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee. Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely wed.
Accursed be that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man, and be these juggling friends no more believed, that palter with us in a double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ear, and break it to our hope. I will not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole and underwrit. Here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. Thou, Burnham Ward, become to Dunsinane, and thou oppose, being of no woman born. Yet I will try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him that first cries, hold enough.
I would the friends we miss were safe arrived. Some must go off, yet by these I see so great a day as this is cheaply bought. Macduff is missing and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, he's paid the soldiers due. He only lives but to be a man, but like a man, he died.
And he is dead?
Aye, he brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then he hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldiers be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to have fear your death. And so, his knell is knolled. He's worth more sorrow, and that I will spend for him. He's worth no more. They say he parted well, and he paid his score. And so, God be with him. Here comes the newer comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, and speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King!
Hail, King of Scotland!
My first guest is young Stuart. Now, how does it feel to die in the hands of the great Macbeth?
Great? He isn't great. And dying, it makes me mad, because I'm just another person on his list of people he's killed.
When you said the devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to my ears, what did you mean?
Man, I've heard a lot about him, but never actually thought I'd meet him in person.
My next guest is the father of my previous guest, Seward. So what happened that day in Copper?
I was escorting the new king to his castle. I brought along my son to fight by my side, but young Seward was caught in a battle he could not win.
Did you witness his death?
No, I was with Malcolm on the field, but I did hear that his final battle was with Macbeth.
If you could go back, would you want to prevent this?
This was the path he took. His Nell is old. His honor and loyalty is something you have to definitely understand. He died before letting Macbeth go away.
My next guest is Macbeth. Thank you for coming on my show. Now, did you mean to go this far to become
No,
king?
actually, I didn't think I could get this bad. I thought it was going to be simple. I would just kill the king, act like I didn't know, and then no one would question. But then, out of nowhere, I've killed the king, I've killed his guards, and one guard cried out, "God bless us," and amen, the other, as they had seen me with these hangman hands. And I killed my best friend Banquo, and I also tried to kill his son, and I've killed young Seward, McDuff's entire family, pushed my wife in such unhealthy mental state that she killed herself, so yeah, the list goes on.
Do you feel responsible for your actions?
Not entirely. I mean, it was my wife's fault. She kept pushing me to kill Duncan, and when I finally did, I became power consumed, and I couldn't just stop there. I had to kill all that succeeded the throne. She got into my mind and screwed with it, so no, I will not take full responsibility
Next
for my
guest is Macduff. Pleasure to have you. Now, just before your fight with Macbeth, you said, "If thou best slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still." Do you feel like you have avenged your family?
Though he took the lives of my children and my wife, he had only one life to give himself. I feel like I have not completely avenged them, but I hope that they can now rest in peace.
You said some very vigorous things to Macbeth during your fight, and at one point you wanted to display him, as our rarer monsters are painted upon a pole of underwrit. There may you say the tyrant. Do you regret what you said in any way?
As young Seward said shortly before he died, the devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear. I do not regret what I said. I was speaking for all of Scotland.
Obviously, being untimely ripped from his mother's womb voids you from being woman-born and therefore able to kill Macbeth. Do you think that if the king had known this, he would have still become the corrupt leader he was?
I believe he should have considered looking into the cryptic things the witches said. If he had, he may not have become the corrupt, murderous person he was.
My next guest is King Malcolm. It is an honor to have you on our show. What are your plans for becoming king? I plan on being a better king than Macbeth would ever be. How do you feel about being king? I'm glad that Macbeth is dead, and I'm also glad that the crown is back in our family. Thank you for being on our show. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time on This is Macbeth.